Back to the roots tour, eh?
This is it. Stayed there for one summer. Then there was more jobs here than there were there. And then I saw phenomenal guys, and I was background in music and data. I think that's a story. Let's do that. And then worked for 6 years. Then I thought this we can do it in a different way. And that's how we started with this tour. It's really it's really the heart of the Taka, from where they believe. So it still stays a question mark. What we see there, those two hills there, that's very important for the Greeks because that is Mesologi. That's where the Greek Revolution started in 1821. All of that in the back is the mainland of Greece, and that is the Peloponnesos. And I realized Yes, yes, no problem whatsoever. No. It's one on TikTok. I think he has 1 million likes. It's nonsense what he says. The color here, if you see it turquoise like yesterday, it's the limestone sand that turns around. So it's a cloudy sea of limestone sand, and that makes it turquoise. In the Xenia Sea Spa, yeah, there it is the sulfur what makes it that color. But over here, that is purely about if it's a rough sea, then it's the limestone sand, yeah. Coming in an era where a lot of disinformation. People find themselves very clever with all sorts of information. Yeah, but if like yesterday, it was like really turquoise. So every time it's different color out here. Ah yeah, because what is it? It's amazing. Yesterday was amazing color. But that is really then.
No, já tô no máximo.
Deixa eu
Não, peraí.
See? Yeah, she said this is really limestone sand that's flying around. Yeah. So this was the color yesterday. You see that due to the storm.
Oh wow!
Yeah. Yeah. You see, so it's different all the time. See, very blauw.
Dat is wel wat delicious.
Quer tirar uma tua aqui?
Não.
Tá muito bom.
Oh, you've got a selfie stick. You took my job away, man. It's amazing though. It's
I'll let
every
you
time.
take my job.
Yeah, yeah. I
think I'll start with them.
Do you want a picture with the two of you in the red?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Thank you.
You've got 0.5. Fabulous. Did you know that?
No.
It's all about vibrations and the right way of breathing. It will not harm your ears. But if they use that and you stand next to it, it's really loud. It was a present of a friend of the monastery, but after 53, of course, a lot of things were destroyed, so the bell tower was not here anymore, and that's why they hang it in the trees. Dus dat komt omdat die kerktoren, die was verwoest in 53 en daarom hangt het nu in de boom. But in August they take these out, because a lot of people they think, but for them it's really, in Dutch we call it heilschennis. I don't know how you call that in English. It's something against your belief if you do that. You understand what I mean? Or it's like an insult if you do that. Yeah. So then in a few weeks' time they're gone. So nobody can use the bells anymore.
Wat? Een boom.
Yeah, I'll send you into the So here on the outside of the church, monastery, sorry, and here you immediately have an example that when they arrived here 7 years ago, they didn't have the money for the Murano glass. Have you heard ever of Murano glass?
Yeah,
it's the most expensive and the best glass you can find on our planet. It's a recipe that actually came from Constantinople to the area of Venice, and there's only 2 families, and in the 2 families only 2 people, so 4 people on our planet that know what is the recipe for glass, leaf gold, and then to seal it with glass as well, because normally that's like water and fire, you can't put it together, and that is why it's so very expensive. And you see the example of that because in his hollow, it is in the krans, you already see that some parts of the gold leaf has come down. Because if you take a cheaper version, then unfortunately there's a chance that it will not stick until the end. What we see here as well is a caper plant. Yeah. If you know how to preserve those, then you have your capers for your salad. And if you leave them in there, they become beautiful white flowers. Dus een kappertjesplant. Dus we kunnen eten uit de muur. Het is alleen geen kroketje. Let's go. So be aware of this platform, this little step at the end.
Dat is een meer leuk, maar ook andere mensen.
Wat voor oud en moeder? So yeah, defending tower, they were inland, but of course pirates would still come close. So if they did so, then they would take the treasures from there, put it into the defending tower, and to protect themselves, they would throw hot boiling oil through those holes down to pirate heads. I'm sure you're right. Okay, we can go into the church as well. Here we still have some of the pudding. Do you want to try that? No, as Turkish delight. But we're not in Turkey. It's Greek delight. Yes, Greek delight. So the last one, put the lid on. I'm sorry, we don't need to do it. If you like, you just check. No problem. Okay.
Ja.
Altbekanntes Geräusch.
Mama?
Ja, schau mal bitte, die haben so einen schönen Garten da draußen. Aber das kostet nicht mehr Liebe, oder wie ist das? Also das zieht man zeitnah. Das mag ich jetzt nicht.
Okay, so please come inside. And we are lucky because we're in the last day. 4 days after Easter. Here, sign of Byzantium. Because in Byzantium there was 2 cities that was important. It was Rome, west, east, Constantinople. A polis is a city, Constantine the Great he created it, so Constantinople is the city of Constantine the Great. But that is Istanbul, Jackie. Yes, but not in Greece. No Greek will refer to Istanbul. If Turkey is in the news, they talk about Constantinople. Istanbul is still a Greek word because it comes, Istanbul is still a Greek word. It comes from Istimpoli. So it literally means in the city, Istanbul. That's where it came from. Now over here we have the iconostasis, so normally that is closed. And if maybe you're ever by yourself in an Orthodox church and you want to know the name of the church and there's nobody there to tell you, you will find it by yourself. Because you look at the iconostasis, the lowest row, here's just one, all the way to the left, that icon, that painting always gives away the name of the church. So there you see St. George on his horse killing the dragon. Now the Greeks only come behind here when they get baptized. I told you in Dragaki, traditions are strong. I honestly believe that 95% of the Greek kids still get baptized. Sit down. Just a moment. Nefeli, body are you for that? Nou, gaat wel, maar ze net als dan auto ben gaan wisselen. Dat is tel je, vraag zo. Sorry. My daughter was very happy. You know, now I will tell you what this was. Nowadays, the youngsters, they work with influencers. Google ads don't work. And we had Jan van Vlieren. You've seen it? Yeah, for you guys, this is big. I know who she was.
Stay there, Ajax.
And that as well. So we had one of the biggest players of Ajax and this.
So, the oldest tree on zakynthos list, 2,000 years old.
So here we have the elephant face, eye, ear, trunk, and a tooth. See that? We need more wine. I can do it for you if you want to. Yeah. No, it's nice. It's nice.
I think it's an abstract of a machine. Oh nee, laat maar. Nee. Oh nee. Dat is ook niet eens.
Het was in onze spam gegaan, verdomme. Het zou het al gisteravond gegaan, gistermiddag. Ja, ik weet het niet. Is dat het nu?
Heel lang al te doen.
Ja. En het is een beetje wild.
Jij wel een mooi. Twee ogen.
Και στα κατουνιά τραγουδώ για τους όμορφες κοπέλες. Και στα κατουνιά τραγουδώ για τους όμορφες κοπέλες. Για σένα Γιούλια μαζέψα, για σένα και τα δάντη. Για σένα Γιούλια μαζέψα, για σένα και τα δάντη. Απόψε ονειρεύτηκα κι ο ύπνος μου ύπνος μου εχάθη.
So from the balcony, we're now rowing from one island to the other and say how beautiful is Zante, Catalonia, the Carmen, Ελλάδα.
Στον αφρό της θάλασσας η αγάπη μου κοιμάται. Παρακαλώ σας κύματα ήμουν την εξυπνάτε. Παρακαλώ σας κύματα ήμουν την εξυπνάτε. Γυαλό, 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 πήγαινα πες, όλο για σένα λέγαμε. Γυαλό να πας, γυαλό να έρθεις, τα λόγια μου να θυμηθείς. Zakynthos και κεφαλόνια και κύρα και λεφτά. Αυτά τα 4 νησιά στολίζουν την Ελλάδα. Αυτά τα 4 νησιά στολίζουν την Ελλάδα. Γυαλό, 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 πήγαινα πες, όλο για σένα λέγαμε. Γυαλό να πας, γυαλό να έρθεις, τα λόγια μου να θυμηθείς.
Nico, dan heb je schaam je zakynthos en wat zo voor Zante. Of course, of course.
Ωραία που είναι η Zakynthos, όπα! Να ήταν πιο μεγάλη. Έχεις τα σπίτια τα ψηλά κάτω στο περιγάλι. Έχεις τα σπίτια τα ψηλά κάτω στο περιγάλι. Γυαλά, γυαλά, πήγαινα πες, όλα για σένα λέγαμε. Γυαλό να πας, γυαλό να έρθεις, τα λόγια μου να θυμηθείς. Γυαλό να πας, γυαλό να έρθεις.
Να ξαναρθείς.
And you come back again to Zante. Just me singing that for you. So we came very close to a proper Greek to burn.